Today we're making gluten-free pizza that's actually good. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're making pizza again. If you saw my other one, I made pizza for really cheap. Okay, I'm gonna call this Cooking with Eddie segment, all right? So, gluten-free protein pizza is what we're making. Let's look at the ingredients. We have gluten-free flour, baking powder, yogurt. Just stay with me on this one. I know it sounds weird, but just trust the process. Salt, olive oil, or no, avocado oil, because we're healthy in this kitchen a little late today. Then we have whole peeled tomatoes, garlic, basil, no nitrates added, pepperoni. And if you know, you literally fucking know that no nitrates is the way to go. Some Parmesan, mozzarella. If you're trying to make this because you're on a diet and you need to do low-fat cheese, just freaking do it then, I guess. But we don't. It tastes bad to me, so I'm not doing that. And then seasonings, and I'll explain it later. First things first, we're gonna make the dough so we can let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll make everything else. So, gluten-free flour, 2 cups first. Also, I already preheated the oven to 450. Oops, oopsies. If you're not making a mess, you're not having fun. Okay, sorry. 1 teaspoon of salt. 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And we're using this combination together instead of yeast. Oh, because the scientific Maillard reaction. It's like the same thing as yeast if you put these together. That's where the extra protein comes in. And also we have extra protein yogurt. So protein on protein, if you stack it up, then you get extra gains. Oh. Okay, once you get it mixed up enough, that's when you add the yogurt. And if you have water on top of your yogurt, you just drink it. Just kidding. You mix it in. Now, 2 cups of this, equal parts even, if you would like to say. Okay, and there you go.
Use the spoon again.
Number 2.
There's the spoon.
And this is a spoon. And then you just mix it together without spilling everywhere. Maybe get a bigger bowl.
Get a paddle.
We're out of paddles.
Just use a wooden thing or something.
Upgrade to big spoon. And we'll add just a little bit of oil. Okay, it's not gonna be able to completely mix together because you kind of want it to be a little bit dry. But once you get like most of it, so there's not like just flour everywhere, then you can take it out and finish it with your hand.
That's what she said. Michael.
If you thought ahead and cleaned your workspace, you add a little bit of flour, okay, which we did. And then you can just dump it out. So, what do you think? It looks like pizza dough yet? Probably not. And then you put it together. Literally. Okay, it's all oiled up. Now we just let it sit for like 30 minutes. Probably be better to sit overnight, but who's got time to wait for that? Literally, am I right, guys? Next, we're literally gonna make pizza sauce. Tomatoes, like I said, whole peeled. You just put the whole thing in there. Sorry, it might splatter a little bit. Tomatoes, a little bit of oil. Ooh, maybe a little bit too much. Literally. Get a cutting board.
Hey boy.
If you want to learn how to cut a garlic, come here.
Oh, me? Good
So, what you do is you take it and you get your knife flat and you push down and it smushes it. Oh, okay. Then you can just take the peel off. Wow. That's literally a garlic. Okay, yeah, you just smush it and then you can cut it into strips, literally. And then you put it together and you can rinse it. It doesn't have to be like super chopped up because it's going in the blender, but I like to kind of just get it all aromatic. There you go. Now we remove the cutting board.
Hey boy.
A little bit of salt. All these seasonings here. Garlic powder. Onion powder. A little bit of Italian seasoning. A touch of cayenne pepper. Just to give it a little kick. A little bit of red pepper flakes. Just, you know, for fun. And then black pepper. Okay. And it literally should look a little bit like this. And then if you want, you can put a tiny bit of Parmesan too. Literally. Okay. And it should... Why?
What the fuck happened?
It should look a little bit like that. Sorry, the bottom untwists so you can clean it, but I didn't twist it back on all the way. Okay. Okay. And there's your pizza sauce, literally.
Show it. Oh.
Hang on. And you get a little taste just to see if it tastes good. And it tastes like pizza sauce. And then obviously if you need to switch up the seasonings, you can, you know how that works. Put it in a pot. Now we take like 2 basil. Or we'll just take this whole thing of basil, okay? And you beat it a little bit. Oh. What I meant to say was, you take 2 basil and you beat it a little bit to get the fragrance going and all the flavor is gonna get out. And you just put it in there. Okay? Now, you just let it simmer on medium to medium low to cook out the tomato-y taste. So then it actually tastes like pizza sauce. And we let that sit for a little bit while we clean. Oh, because a clean workspace is a happy workspace. Okay, now we've let it sit for a little bit. It's rose a little bit. Obviously, if you let it sit for longer, it'll rise longer. So now we just have a pan, and I just put aluminum foil on it because. Just put a tiny bit of oil. Whoop. And then you just flatten it out as much as you can. Okay, this is about as thin as I can make it in this pan. So, in your preheated oven, because you should have already preheated it at this point by now, put this in and we're gonna par bake it for 14 minutes. And then we'll take it back out and add all the toppings on and then we'll cook it again. All right, this is what we got. Yeah, and it looks a little bit weird. I will have to agree with you for saying that, thank you. I probably should have pushed my fingers into it a little bit before we cooked it, but hopefully you're watching the video before you make it so you don't make the same mistake as me. Maybe that would help this out a little bit. Now, we can do stuff to this pizza. Now we can just take these pieces of basil out of the sauce. Okay. And then we can add the sauce to the pizza. Oh, there's a little chunk of tomato, whatever. That's because we used tomatoes. Cheese. pepperoni. Then we got some cut up pieces of basil. Just put that everywhere. Then just a little bit of seasoning, Italian seasoning back on top. And back in the oven. It's hot. Okay, out of the oven. The cheese kind of rose a little bit, so it got a little funky in the middle, but you know, it can't, everything can't be about aesthetics, you know what I mean? Now we just put a little bit more Parmesan over the top of it. A little bit of honey. And then a little bit of, and then a little bit of pepper flakes. And there you go. Gluten-free, high protein, pepperoni pizza. Cut a board. If you guys make it, don't use aluminum foil because it got stuck to the fucking pizza. So that was hard to take off, so it kind of messed up how it looks, but whatever. I'm going to try this now. Does it feel like pizza? No. But does it look like pizza? Kinda. Okay, well if you want to eat this with some healthy ranch, just get a ranch seasoning packet and then yogurt and maybe a little bit of milk if you want a little bit, you know, thinner, whatever. Okay, let's see how this tastes. It's literally freaking good. It doesn't, like the texture isn't like pizza, but I think that's because I didn't like poke it down and maybe I put too much dough in the pan to make it thinner. So if you do this, poke the pizza dough before you make it and maybe it'll come out better. But it tastes really good. It doesn't taste like yogurt. It just tastes like bread. Go watch my other pizza video that I made if you want to know how to make a pizza for as cheap as possible if you're living on a budget. Watch that video, I'll put it right here in one of the spots. I don't remember which side, one of these spots. Dude. And yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, subscribe. I'm almost at 300. So maybe I'll do something cool for 300. And a bonus, if you're still here, you want to see what we're having for the dessert, watch this. And we'll put, okay. And this is dessert, perfect dessert for the cheat day. Literally, don't eat these if you're on a strict diet, but these are gonna be my dessert for tonight, and I'm gonna eat it up. And thanks for watching. And if
They're homemade.
These are homemade cookies. And if you want to see how I make these, like this video right now. 3, 2, 1, go, and maybe I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.